This is a flawed system, and we're going to talk about the system in general right now. So the top 5 highest rated conference champions get auto bids. First of all, I'm not a fan of the winner of a conference title game is guaranteed an auto bid, and 4 of the 5 highest rated conference champions get first round buys. So realistically, is Arizona State the 4th best team in the country? Absolutely not. Is Boise State the 3rd best team in the country? Absolutely not. I have no issues with Oregon at number 1 and Georgia at number 2. I have no issues with that whatsoever. And then Clemson, being the lowest ranked conference champion, they came in at 16 in the college football playoff rankings. But they're seeded 12th, the final spot, because they're a conference champion. It is so utterly confusing. It really is. It makes more sense as you go to understand the format, but as far as it being a good format, no. This is a terrible format, and it's flawed all the way around. So let's talk about this. Oregon Ducks, the only undefeated team remaining in college football. They just won the Big Ten over Penn State, okay? You would think that they got the number 1 seed in the college football playoff, as they should have. They're the only undefeated team. They're a conference champion. They should get the 1 seed. Fair enough. We got that far. What I'm showing you right now, you know what Oregon's reward for winning the Big Ten title game is? Playing the winner of Tennessee and Ohio State. That is Oregon's reward going forward in the college football playoff. We have to wait patiently to see Tennessee or Ohio State face Oregon in the Rose Bowl. So Penn State has the 6th seed in the college football playoff after losing to Oregon in the Big Ten title game. What is Penn State's punishment for losing the Big Ten title game? They play SMU, number 11 seed SMU, at Penn State in freezing cold temperatures. SMU is from Dallas, Texas. Does anybody think SMU can beat Penn State? Personally, I don't really like Penn State that much. I think they're an overrated team, but realistically, nobody else thinks that SMU has a chance to go on the road to Happy Valley in mid to late December, freezing cold, snow, and upset Penn State. And then if Penn State wins their first round, they go and play Boise State. Outside of Ashton Genty, who's a phenomenal player and the best running back in college football, that's Penn State's punishment. This is a cakewalk to the semifinal games. And if you even go a step further, let's say Penn State beats SMU, they go and face Boise State in the quarterfinals and win that game. Here's the 3 teams that it could come down to for Penn State in the semifinals. You got a team in Indiana that's that's I'd say not as good, maybe even comparable to Penn State. Notre Dame, they've played nobody all year. They're pretty comparable to Penn State. And the Georgia Bulldogs, who will more than likely be without their starting quarterback. Now, granted, Georgia's backup quarterback's pretty good, but he's not Carson Beck. And I've been one of the biggest Carson Beck haters this entire college football season. But Gunnar Stockton's no Carson Beck. So my whole point is on this flawed-ass system is, what does Oregon get for the number 1 seed? Oh, they got the winner of Tennessee and Ohio State. What a reward. And Penn State, for losing the Big Ten title game, their punishment is they get to play 11-seeded SMU, and then if they win that game, Boise State, and then in the semifinals, Georgia, Notre Dame, Indiana, all comparable, especially since Georgia might be without their star quarterback. Talk about a cakewalk to the championship game.